Monique, Change Banks decided to leave the remaining $3,900 in her old checking account to pay for rent. After 6 months, her balance was finally zero. If the balance B in Monique's account is a function of time, write an equation for the situation. All right. And slope, y-intercept, x-intercept. We were trying to do the equation because we were running out of time. It was what? 650. What is 650 though? And what is x? What was x in this problem? What is x here? X in this case is the amount she is paying for rent. So her slope, what would the slope be then? Slow down. I can't go any slower. I mean, I'm old already. B is 3,900 minus, we said x times t, where x is our slope. And we said that t was after 6 months. We subtracted 3,900, we divided by 6, and we got x is equal to $650. So x in this case was my slope as I had it set up here in my equation. So what is my slope? Up at the top, what would my slope be here? Don't make it harder than it should be. What? Say it again. What's over 1? Okay. I will go with part of that. What is this 650 again? Do I really need to say over 1? No, I don't have to. Let me read the problem. At the beginning, she changed banks. After 6 months, her balance was finally zero. How are we getting from some amount of money down to zero? What's happening with that slope? It's decreasing. So the slope is actually negative 650. Now, well then, Miss Thede, why was X 650 here? Because we already had the subtraction sign in front. We knew that was being subtracted. So the slope is actually negative 650. What does that mean? She is paying $650 in rent each month. Okay, she is paying $650 in rent each month. The y-intercept. Y-intercept is going to be on the y-axis. How much is she starting with? Yeah, so her y-intercept is 3,900. And that would be dollars, actually. So that would be 3,900 or just 3,900 since you're saying it's the y-intercept. The real world meaning there is her initial balance in the account. Does that make sense to everybody? Your y-intercept is always the beginning amount. Whether you're talking about a banking account or what else did we talk about? That's another banking thing over here. So, it was the number of gallons of gas she started with. But it's always your beginning amount, your y-intercept. Your x-intercept If it's increasing, you're not going to have one that makes sense, usually, okay? But in this case, it is decreasing, okay? The slope is going down, so the x-intercept is going to be, after 6 months, her balance was finally 0. After 6 months, her balance was 0. So what's my x-intercept? That is a good question, Miss Thady. I'm so glad you asked. After 6 months. So over here, we have the amount in the bank, right? What do we have on the bottom? 650 is your slope, but what's on the bottom? Number of months that go by, right? And after 6 months, her balance is finally 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means that point is going to be right there. So what is your x-intercept? 6. Yeah. 6 or 6, 0. Because after 6 months, she had no money left. So after 6 months, there was no money left in the account. Now, for this equation, we didn't have it quite all together. We needed to put in 0 to solve. So the real equation was B, your balance, is equal to $3,900, which is your y-intercept, the amount you start with in the account, minus 650 T. Okay? And that is your equation. Any questions about that? You have a puzzled look. No? All right. Are you guys playing tic-tac-toe over there?
No, I wrote it on the top.
Oh, I hate that when that happens. All right. So now let's turn. Oh, I got to get to the other.